Makyapi Chante Washe Nape Chuzapi Lexus Wakia Dutai Makyapia. Hi everyone, my name is Lexus Red Thunder, and my story begins in South Dakota, or more notably, the Mount Rushmore state. Despite its genocidal origins based upon the desecration of a sacred Lakota site through broken treaty promises. But don't get me started. Seriously. South Dakota is unique as it holds 9 native reservations, also known as the Ocheti Shakowee, composing of Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota tribes. More specifically, I come from the Sissetuan Wakpetuan Dakota Oyate of the Lake Traverse Reservation in northeastern South Dakota. Sistein-Wahpeton Oyate is an open reservation, as much of our land was opened up to white settlers in the early 1900s due to our fertile soil. Because of this, half of the population in Sistein is Native American, resulting in some of the most fractionalized lands in the United States. Our reservation boundaries span 9 counties, 5 being in South Dakota, and our tribe is then split into 7 districts. Growing up on the reservation, I was surrounded by my culture, ceremonies, traditions, language, wachipis, and overall community. However, when I reached the age to attend school, I found out we were represented by the Redmen, a mascot that seemed to contradict the culture I was surrounded by my entire life, a symbol meant to honor, as if we were already gone, a term Oxford Dictionary labels as offensive and dated, a stereotype bird labels as the doomed Indian, the American Indian who knows his time is past but accepts it with honorable resignation. Ultimately, this led me to feel as if I was walking between two worlds growing up, trying to balance my traditions while trying to fit in with the dominant culture I was surrounded by. Wearing the Redmond name across my chest while playing sports resulted in multiple instances of racism while playing opposing teams. It reminds me of something Wheelock said: stereotypic imagery becomes the only information many Americans have in their mental files about indigenous people. However, this isn't the only problematic part of Sistein history. A homecoming coronation included a replication of a ceremony, a fake vision quest, including a medicine man to envision who will be crowned chief and princess, along with fringy American Indian garb. This initially sparked the Not Your Mascot movement in 2015, led by students from the neighboring tribal school, Tioshwazina. FYI, it wasn't changed until 3 years later. However, this sparked my interest in this project, or my idea, as I wanted to compare neighboring or native schools in South Dakota to Sistein. For instance, Tioshwazina is located 7 miles south of Sistein, and it serves native students on the reservation, and their mascot is Wambadi, the Dakota word for eagle. Our more southern neighbors, the Flandreau Indian School, is a public off-reservation boarding school operated by the Bureau of Indian Education, and they just go by the Indians. We have our Nakota family, the Marty Braves. We have our Lower Brule Lakota friends, who were formerly known as the Lower Brule Sioux, but now go by a more traditional name, the Cool-Wichasha. And their neighboring school goes by the Crow Creek Chieftains. Next, we have the Cheyenne Eagle Butte Braves. On their logo, they actually include the Lakota word for braves, Ohitika. Their neighbors, the McLaughlin Mustangs, now go by the Lakota word for Mustang, Shuktokcha, if I'm correct. If I'm not, cut me some slack, I'm Dakota. Next, we have the Pine Ridge Thorpes, a mascot meant to honor Jim Thorpe, one of the most renowned Native American athletes. And their neighbors, they have the Lakota Tech Tatanka, Tatanka meaning buffalo in Lakota. Moving to the Rosebud Reservation, we have the Todd County Falcons and the St. Francis Warriors. This reminds me of something McGrath says: where possible, stories should be told by people instead of being told about them. For example, let a person choose what kind of photos they would like presented of themselves. Native voices have spoken. Now it's your turn to listen, to learn, and to change. Thank you.